Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, before we get into the video, I just wanted to let everybody know that the Q&A is coming up this weekend, so if you have any questions you would like to ask me for the Q&A, I will have a link to a video down below to where you can ask me any questions you would like for me to answer during the Q&A. So, if you have any questions, I will definitely and most certainly be willing to answer them. Also, I will continue to cover the Vic Mignogna situation as it continues to come out, so I just wanted to let everybody have a little heads up on that, and I will also continue to talk about RWBY-related stuff as well. So, I just wanted to let everybody know, so if anybody was confused or was wondering what was going on with videos and whatnot, I just wanted to give everybody a complete heads up right now, just letting everybody know ahead of time. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. So sit back, relax, I hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So, today from the RWBY Volume 6 soundtrack, I will be reviewing the song Nevermore. Now, what the song Nevermore is, it is a perspective from Blake and Yang's point of view of Adam, and it's also Blake's answer to Lion Eyes. So, I will eventually get to reviewing Lion Eyes, but I wanted to look at Nevermore first, because this is supposed to be their perspective of Adam, and then of course Lion Eyes will be a deeper look into Adam's character. So, let's take a look at this song. So, starting with the lyrics. Nevermore, nevermore will I be afraid, nor will I run away. It's behind me. Freedom is finally here. Now, this right here is obviously talking about Blake. So, this is because Blake used to run away. She used to be afraid, and rather than facing her problems head on, what Blake would do is run away instead, because she felt that was the best way to take on the problems that she would come across. So, it's already on a good start for Blake's character, because we do know that that's what Blake used to do. So, yes, that is a good idea of Blake from the beginning, of who she used to be when it came to her problems. And now that it's behind her, freedom is finally here. So, of course, you know what this means, because Adam is gone, that this to her is her freedom, that she doesn't have to worry about Adam being around anymore. So, to her, she now has freedom, because she felt like he was the one who was always that burden, that chip on her shoulder, but now that he is finally gone, well, she now feels like she has freedom at last. So let's continue with the lyrics. You may have taken the lead, but I'll even the score. You won the battle, you won't win the war. Not now and nevermore. Now, this is supposed to be about how Adam won in the beginning at one time, that he was victorious in the battle, but when it comes to the overall war, Blake and Yang, they were the ones who survived. They were the ones who beat him. So obviously, when it comes to Blake and Yang, they were the ones who actually, in their mind, won the war. So to them, it's like they won the war over Adam, considering that he was the one that put fear into them, that he was the one that scared them. And of course, in the end, they came out on top. So to them, they won the war. That is the way that they see it. Now, moving on with more of the lyrics. You talked of subjugation, I answered your violent plea. Youth in infatuation kept me too blind to see. You think you're someone's hero, you're hiding more than your eyes. I challenge your weak manifesto, the goal of a savior is not to be lionized. Now, of course, this part right here is trying to state that with how Adam's perspective is. The part where it says you think you're someone's hero, you're hiding more than your eyes, I challenge your weak manifesto, the goal of a savior is not to be lionized. That's obviously Blake's answer to Adam, is that she believes that being lionized is not the way to go about things. She thinks that rather, instead of him talking of subjugation and how he thought that, in Blake's mind at least, violence was the answer, she disagreed with that. But also, when looking at it, she also states that youth and infatuation kept her too blind to see. Now, that can happen. Sometimes when you see someone as your hero, which hence the line, you think you're someone's hero, when you look at someone as your hero, sometimes you will see them as someone that is this amazing person, best person in the world, and you won't think about who they are behind closed doors. And that, of course, say if they are somebody that actually is terrible, they just put up a facade the entire time, then of course you'll see them for who they really are. And then that's when you learn, oh, well, now I know the truth. Because sometimes your heroes, they can be amazing. They can be wonderful people. Then sometimes your heroes could be somebody completely different, someone you didn't expect them to be, and then you learn the truth that way. So that's how Blake sees it with Adam. She sees it as he was really hiding who he really was, but she was too blind to see that when she was younger. So there's that. So continuing onward with the lyrics. Back when it started, I thought that justice was your goal. Then in the darkness, you lost your mind, I lost my soul. That's in the past, and I won't be controlled. Now, this is because this is who Blake thought Adam was. And at one time, Adam did believe that justice was the right thing, and that's what she thought she saw too. And then, of course, over time, Adam changed. And that's interesting to think about because people do change over time, and sometimes their ideology can take them down a path that could either be good or it could be a bad path. And in this point of view, Adam went down a path that she didn't like, and so it tortured her to see this happen. And then, of course, how it was all in the past, and how Blake's going to stand up instead of, let everything happen that happened to her. She's going to stand up against it this time. So that's what it means by that's in the past and I won't be controlled. So then, of course, you have the main part of Nevermore, Nevermore, and then you hear, you'll torture my heart and my head, nevermore, nevermore will I be afraid, nor will I run away. It's behind me. Freedom is finally here. You may have taken the lead, but I'll even the score. You won the battle, you won't win the war. Not now, and nevermore. And so, of course, you have the key part to the lyrics at the very end, but it also goes back to how Adam was the one that was controlling her thoughts through fear. So she let him control her. And when it comes to those that you may fear, those that you may dislike, it can actually control you. And if bad things happen between you and somebody, then yes, they kind of have, in a sense, what seems to be like mental chains. And it's like they bind you down and they stop you from moving forward. Which, hence the part, nevermore will I be afraid, which of course, Blake herself, she was afraid of Adam, and we saw this multiple times, nor will I run away. Yet again, she won't run away anymore because she's learned from that. But, moving forward, you had me down, defeated, a state that I can't allow. It's over, my fears retreated. I'm more like an army now. Now, this part right here sounds like Yang. The reason why this sounds like Yang is, for one, I'm more like an army now. That sounds like something Yang would say. But also, at the same time, you had me down defeated, a state that I can't allow. Well, Yang was always the one that was somebody that was always happy. She was somebody that was kind of like the party girl. And then, of course, she went through depression, and she also had the PTSD after the defeat of Adam. She also was afraid of him. I mean, while the PTSD didn't really seem like it lasted very long, because, of course, you had the arm shaking, but it just didn't really feel like it lasted very long. But the point is, this is supposed to be Yang's perspective of Adam, considering that this is supposed to be Blake and Yang's perspective of Adam. So, moving forward. You offered hope, salvation, gave me a place to be, but your vision of liberation was all about you. It would never apply to me. So, of course, that's Blake stating that Adam's vision is not one that she agreed with. She wanted equality. She even stated that back in Volume 3, that she wanted things between the humans and the faunus to be equal. And, of course, back in Volume 3, Adam didn't agree with that. But that is showing you the difference between the two, and it's also showing you that Blake right here is basically stating that Adam's vision, that his point of view is one that doesn't apply to her, that it is different from what Blake wants. But moving forward with more of the lyrics. I won't stay a martyr. It's my turn to take back what you stole, and this time I'm smarter. Now this part is obviously Yang. For one reason is because, and this time I'm smarter, that's why we know that for certain, because Yang did say she was smarter in the fight against Adam when he asked her if she thought she was faster than she was back in Beacon. She says, no, I'm smarter. So there's that. But what this is trying to say right here is, it's my turn to take back what you stole, which is a part of herself. Now, it's not her arm, but it's a part of who she is that she feels that he stole. Now, moving on with more of the lyrics. I made a vow, I'm not alone. Not dying, now we're protecting our own. Now, this is obviously Blake, with her vow, not leaving, she's not alone, she has friends, of course. Continuing forward with the lyrics. Now, obviously, you have the main part of the lyrics, so we'll skip that and we'll just go to the next part. There's no cause to celebrate, another soul consumed by hate and spite, another destroyed life. there's no pleasure, there's no joy. It's just a story of a boy who lost his way. Into shadow strayed, he'll see the light of day. Now, of course, that's about Adam and how he fell from grace in Blake's eyes. And it's pretty sad, really, if you think about it. But that's basically the perspective that Blake has here, is that his soul, as she states, is consumed by hate and spite. Well, this goes back to what she told Sun back in Volume 4 about how Adam in her eyes was the embodiment of what she believed spite was. She believed that that's what he represented as an emotion. So there's that. But basically, this entire song, because then you have the main lyrics happen all over again, but this entire song obviously is meant to be about how Blake has overcome Adam. It is also her saying that she disagrees with being lionized, and how nevermore will she be haunted by Adam. So it's looking at Blake in the light of she's moved on from the past, that she is no longer going to let the past haunt her. And, I mean, it's good for her character to be able to move forward, because if you let the past control you, it will forever consume you, and you won't be able to move forward. So, there's that. And so, this leads on to the question, what are my overall thoughts of the song Nevermore? Well, if I had to say, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, this song is one that I did like. I thought it was okay. I think it was one of the lesser ones on my list here for the Volume 6 soundtrack. I do like the fact that it is about Blake answering Adam when it comes to Lionized, which, like I said, I will review that in the near future. But I do like how it is Blake's answer. I also like how it is Blake moving forward from Adam. So I do like that. And of course, it is supposed to be Blake's perspective of Adam, and it's also supposed to be Yang's perspective of Adam. But when it comes to Yang, of course, this wasn't much for her. I really feel like this should have been more of just a Blake song, but I get why Yang is in there, considering that Adam did kind of haunt her a little bit. I mean, of course, I think that the writing in the series could have been better with that, but overall, I think that it was still done well when it comes to Yang's part. I think that the song itself was sung very well, and I really did enjoy it. I think its lyrics are pretty good for what they are, and I do, like I said, mostly like the part that it is Blake answering Adam when it comes to how she doesn't agree with his vision, about how she doesn't agree about being lionized. I actually really do like that it is an answer to Adam's lionized. And so I think that's really cool. And it was actually a pretty good song, though, overall. If I had to say, I think that Jeff wrote the lyrics very well, and I think that he understood the characters pretty well. So, now we have gotten through the first 4 songs that I have reviewed of the Volume 6 soundtrack. Now, we are on to the next 4, and I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty excited to review some of these, because we're getting to the best part, in my opinion, of the soundtrack, I think. But anyways, so I'm excited to review more of them in the near future. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, share this video with your friends if you found this informative or useful, and follow me on Discord. Link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.